put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
Welcome everyone to the Smooth Brain Guide to Grux. Grux is absolutely my favorite hero and predecessor so far, and it definitely isn't because he's broken as shit or anything. Trust me, I promise. Grux is the second strongest lane bully in the game, first being Crunch, but y'all knew that already. He can outbox everyone in the off lane from level 1 except for Crunch, and absolutely snowball any lead he gets in lane into winning the rest of the game. Let's start with his passive, aka the reason he's so strong level 1. Bloodlust applies bleed on basic attacks stacking up to 6 times. Applying maximum stacks to an enemy hero grants Grux Omnivamp for 5 seconds. This extra damage, along with the Omnivamp, means as long as Grux isn't too far behind, he will win almost every extended trade more or less. There are a few heroes with greater sustain, but they won't be able to outdamage him before he just wins the fight straight up. Once again, except for Crunch. They nerfed every one of his abilities, but that motherfucker is still strong as fuck. If that wasn't enough level 1, the ability you should absolutely be starting 100% of the time, unless you're playing Grux support, but we'll get to that later, is his alternative ability, Double Pain. Double Pain? More like double penetration because whoever you use this on is about to get fucked. Grux cleaves all enemies in front of him, dealing a shit ton of physical damage and applying on-hit effects twice. So that's 2 out of 6 stacks of your passive already, and if you used it as an auto attack reset like a good little boy, auto ability auto, you should be at 4 stacks of your passive within the first 2 seconds of any fight. So let me give you a tip for using all that level 1 power. Do you know that wall between off lane and the Cyan buff? Walk up about halfway next to it on the side closer to the buff. You have about a 50-50 chance of the enemy not checking it before walking up to lane with the minions. Then you can walk around behind them and start the level 1 all in. Either you get the kill or force the enemy to blink and base. Keep in mind this only works under 3 conditions. A. They aren't playing Crunch. B. You don't take too much minion damage. And C. You aren't ass trash booty cheeks at the game. After the fight, clear the wave if you haven't lost too much health and then back off. There's no point in pushing the tower, especially if you're low. You can't take it and you're just begging the jungler to come kill you. So now let's talk about Grux's other abilities. If you watch my beginner's guide, you might remember I said something like this. Do you see this guy? His name is Grux. Grux hits like a truck. At any stage of the game, if you're closer than 15 feet to Grux, you've made a mistake. Back up. He will dash on you, pull you, and make you regret installing this game. So let's talk about that dash and pull. The dash is called Crush for some reason, and it is a really dogshit dash to be honest. It's relatively short and unimpressive, but if used right can still knock a bitch up anyway. Much like my peanut. It goes off super fast and has a questionable hitbox that extends pretty far to the left and right of your little club thing. This is the best way to start a 1v1 fight in my opinion. They won't see it coming and it saves your longer range pull for when they try to run away. That pull is Grux's primary ability, called Smash and Grab. This is Grux's most iconic ability and one of the reasons he's giga-broken in some people's minds. Grux smashes the ground, pulling all enemies right to him, dealing a decent amount of damage and stunning them. Let's be honest here. If this was on someone else's kit as an ultimate ability, I don't think anyone would bat an eye. If you get a flank on the enemy team before or during a team fight, this ability can 100% turn it in your favor. I don't know what she's on about, bro. She has the wrong idea. We're gonna go on this Muriel. I'm pulling. I have all 3 in my pull. Oh my god, that was fucking huge. Jesus. That's the comeback right there, actually. That is a huge comeback. And Fangtooth is up, like, soon-ish. Damn. I shouldn't have voted yes.
I know.
No, that could have been the comeback. Oh well. Granted, it has a sizable cooldown, but you really only need to use it once. All of these abilities combo right into his ultimate ability, Warlord's Challenge. Grux slams his clubs together, stunning all nearby enemies for half a second. For the next few seconds, Grux gains a shit ton of attack speed and steals physical power from his enemies every auto attack, which returns to them after 4 seconds. But that 4 seconds of power disparity can make all the difference in the world sometimes. This ability is a little bit broken. It starts out with another stun, which if used after the pull and the knockup has the potential to CC the enemy team 3 times in a row. And while they are CC'd, Grux is attacking fast as fuck, applying both bleed and on-hit effects. And keep in mind that when he reaches the max stacks of bleed on a target, he gets extra Omnivamp on top of what he has from his items, which we will talk about now. Let's get this out of the way. Mutilator is fucking broken. It's been nerfed twice now, but I'm still gonna rant about how broken this item is on Grux for a minute. The stats aren't as broken as they were on release, but it still gives a good amount of physical power, haste, and Omnivamp. It also has 2 passives, Mutilate and Devour. Basic attacks deal max health damage as a bonus, which applies twice on abilities that aren't damage over time, which includes all of Grux's abilities. Also, there's Devour, which steals a % of enemies' maximum health when you damage them with an ability. So when Grux builds this item, not only is he doing hella damage with extra Omnivamp, he's also stealing the enemy's max health, as well as stealing their physical power if he uses his ultimate. He just takes so many stats from you at once. In a mirror matchup, it mostly depends on which Grux finishes Mutilator first. Don't forget those CS guys, they're super important. So what other items do you build on Grux? Do you even need them in the first place? That second question only being half satirical, let's get into the rest of Grux's build, at least the one that I use. There are lots of other items that are good on Grux across the board, like Basilisk and Bonesaw, but something I think is super underrated on Grux is Demon Edge. It only gives you 45 physical power, but in my opinion the passes on the item more than make up for the lack of stats. While you're above 40% maximum health, you get a 15% bonus physical power. When you fall below that health threshold, you get an extra 10% Omnivamp to heal you back up, giving you that 15% bonus physical power back. Oh, and also, your physical damage ignores 35% of your target's physical armor. From there, you build into tankier items, including Galaxy Greaves, Citadel, etc. Follow your heart. I believe in you. Sure, you could build more damage, but do you really need it? In my opinion, it's better to get those first two items and then focus on making sure the enemy team can't kill you, because they'll want to, a lot. For your crest, take Fighter's Crest every time, even when building tankier. Talons will help you win duels, but I find that Phoenix is just too broken to neglect, so I'd recommend going with that one. Late game, Grux is a fantastic split pusher, but we gotta talk about something for a sec. If you, during the course of the game, have taken the majority of the kills, buffs, and other resources, let's be real here, you're playing Grux, so you have, and you don't stick with the team, you're fucking throwing. Don't abandon your gold deficient team to win a 4v5 while you try to go bum rush a lane. Sure, it could work, but at what cost? Stick with the team, pull someone and get a pick, then just win the game from there. I'll be there, but I won't have ult. I use it on Bellica, which was probably a mistake.
I have ult. I'm just trying to blink over the fucking box.
Gideon? Do you know how to use your fucking ult?
Yep.
Because it wasn't that. Nice. Decker pull. I'm going rampage.
Oh!
Alright, who's here? Who are we missing?
Fucking Bellica's right here. Bellica's right.
I'm going to Decker. She's dying.
Nice, nice.
Pulling.
Oh,
She's dead.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice.
Bellica.
Bellica. Oh, she fucking got me.
That's alright. She's dead.
Nice.
Quadra kill, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. There's your footage.
Yeah, there's the footage, right? We got it, bro. Thank you for keeping me alive. Oh my goodness.
We should get this fucking Fang Tooth at least.
Yeah. That's why I love Grux, bro. If you are doing it right, you just fucking pull up and bop them. It's so much easier than giving up your team for a Hail Mary split. I'm not saying don't split at all, but be smart about it. Granted, if your team is R-worded and probably just gonna die anyway, maybe a Hail Mary split is your best option. You know what? Forget I said anything. Let's move on. Closing tips. You don't beat Crunch almost ever, unless you're really ahead. Play your lane safe and wait for your jungler to come, or just focus on CS until it's time to group up. Like I said, your dash is short as fuck, so you don't really have an escape. Play carefully and ward if you can't imagine fighting a 2v1. If you're already caught out and have to 2v1 anyway, turn on that Chimera brain and fully commit to the fight and hope that your Omnivamp and CC will somehow let you do the Grux thing and win the fight.
You still have the Fang
Oh,
up?
phase on me. Phase here.
Oh, shit. I'm too far away. I'm gonna push this on the tower. We still have prime buff.
Ah, shit, he used Phoenix too. Ah, this is so cringe. This is the world's cringest fight. Jesus Christ. One. Oh, she stasis?
Grind it, hose.
I'm just so much fucking better than these kids, Joker.
They tried it.
Oh my god, bro.
They tried it, bro.
Jesus.
They tried it.
Casual with the 1v2, bro.
Bro, they tried it. They tried it.
Oh my god. And oh yeah, Grux support. It's completely viable, and don't let anyone tell you it isn't. Take knockup first and all in level 1 and snowball from there. The main thing about supports is that they need to be effective without the gold from lane CS, and Grux fits that description perfectly. He also comes loaded with enough CC to be useful even from behind, and enough base stats to just overpower your lane opponents as long as your carry knows what's up and goes in with you when you W key the enemy duo over and over. Last tip is to subscribe to my goddamn cunting channel, people. I'm not going to put up the ratio of people that aren't subscribed to the people that are, because it makes me sad. So let's just say I'd like to see it change a bit. I will absolutely be continuing this series, so if you like what you saw, please hit that sub button and stick around. It's free. I'm also starting to stream on Twitch, so go follow me over there at twitch.com/itssgxd. I'm also on Twitter under the same name, so give me a follow over there too if you don't mind. But for now, that's it from me, so I'll catch you in the next one. Toodles!